I know it's boarding and we got to get there. I'm not missing this flight. Like, I am not missing this flight. Guys, you need to get to PUJ at least 3 hours before your flight. 32. Hola, amigo. The whole situation, it was just uncalled for. Hola, amigos, bienvenidos. Hey, guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Man, I am excited about it. It's the middle of winter, and it's just a beautiful day. I mean, what can I say? This is amazing. But no, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. We're coming live from Dominica's beach right here in Dominicus by eBay. Hey, I like this beach. There's resorts on it on both sides of the public beach, but you got the resort right here. You got resorts on that side. I do always like the vibe out here. There are always a nice little crowd and people are chilling and tranquilo. You got your umbrellas up. I got my umbrellas up, but you got your umbrellas up. You have people chilling all throughout the weekend, and the weekends is very crowded. A lot of people, a lot of music, a lot of local Dominicans out here with their families, their coolers, their drinks, their food. Man, it's just a beautiful time, a beautiful area. I do like it. Now, sometimes the water can be a little rough, but lately, the last 3 or 4 times I've been out here, the water has been extremely calm. Man, look at it. Look at the water. Extremely calm. And sorry about that. But it's just a beautiful time, man. You can just relax, float, swim, hang out with the family, it's very shallow. You can kind of go out. You can go out pretty far, maybe 100 yards, and like it may come to my chest, the bottom of my chest. So right now you can go very far, and it's just a great time to be out here. It's hot, but it's no humidity, so it's perfect time, perfect time. But I want to say bienvenidos, mi amigos. And guys, I'm wishing you nothing but the best, nothing but the best joy, peace, health, prosperity, friendships, love. Man, I'm wishing the best for you and your families. Hey, it's 2025. I'm excited about this year. If you're going through something, I'm wishing you to overcome it because we all are going through things. I'm going through things. You're going through things. That's just life. We're going to be going through things all the time. So we want to keep a positive attitude and just keep an attitude of gratitude. But like, even though we're talking about being scammed, and yeah, at first I was really heated about it. I was really, yeah, had my blood pressure up a little bit about the whole situation because the whole situation, it was just uncalled for. But we'll get into that in just a minute. So we're all going through things. We're all going through things. I don't care what it looks like on the outside or from the outside. We're all going through our own situation. So I'm wishing you to be an overcomer and to come out better than before. Come out, man, smarter, wiser, with more gratitude, with more love, all those things. So, but let's jump into it. Let's jump into this scam. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no other way for me to call it. Were we scam? I would say yes. And first of all, I want to talk about the actual transport from Bahia eBay to PUJ. Now, we normally use one particular guy, and he's always on time. He's always polite. We always talk and all these things. But at this particular time, we were heading to PUJ, flying back to the U.S. It was, I think, the first week of December. So the first week of December, and Christmas is coming. So there are police everywhere on the highway. Hey, it's a long story, but I don't want to say anything as far as what transpired or what happened on our trip to the airport because I don't want to get anyone in trouble. But so anyway, so we left a little later because we've been going to this airport. We've probably been to this airport 20 times in the last couple of years. So we know the process. We know exactly where to go, what's coming next, and all these things. So we left a little late. And so we got there with 2 hours to go before our flight takes off. So we're okay. So we're like, okay, we're gonna go and get our tickets. Woo. So we go up to the booth. There was no line really. So we go up there and get our ticket. We didn't have any check-in bags. So we're like, hey, it's gonna be very easy. We go and get our tickets. We go through the ticket check stand. So they check our tickets, make sure we got our tickets to go to the next stop. the next stop is security. So we go through security and go get checked with the metal detectors and all that. So now it's time to go through immigration. And, this is the part where you go through and you either you go to a section to scan your passport, or you go to the right and go to the booths where you have to pay if you've been there longer than 30 days. So we go to the self scan section, and I go first. I scan my passport. The green light comes on, the doors open, and I walk through. Now I'm free to go to my plane and get ready for my plane and sit down and all that. Then the wife goes, and she has a red light that comes on. Yes, the red light saying that there's an issue, try again, or go to the booths and speak with somebody in person. She was going to scan it again, but the gentleman said that worked there said, no, go to the booth and go talk with somebody because you've probably been here longer than 30 days. Now, be it, I had already been through, and we had not been in the country for longer than 30 days this time. We normally are, but this time we were only in the country for maybe 27 days. And so I knew we didn't have to pay anything because we just came to the country only maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. And so at the same time that she was trying to scan hers again, there is another lady beside her. Hers went red, but she tried again and then it went green. So she went through, no problems. So I'm back there. I don't really know what's going on. I'm back there looking like, what's going on? So she goes to the booth and she's talking with this young lady. And I'm thinking that, okay, she's going to just let her through. She's going to see whatever's going on and let her through. No problem. Because at this time, we're kind of pressed on time. We're kind of pressed on time. And I'm going to give you a note. Break in. Guys, you need to get to PUJ at least 3 hours before your flight. Yeah, I'm gonna say that because it seems like sometimes it goes smooth and sometimes of the year it just takes longer. To me, it seems like they're changing the process up sometimes, and like this time, it just took forever to get through the security and then to get to the immigration to get through that. It seemed like it just took forever. So at this time, we're kind of pressed on time now. It's partially our fault for thinking that we could get there and get in about an hour and a half and everything. But so it's partially our fault. But it just seems like the flow, because it wasn't a lot of people there. There wasn't a lot of travelers there at this particular time of the year. So it should have been very easy. But anyway, so I go through, I'm waiting on her. I'm sitting there watching like what's going on? Like, okay, it's 5 minutes. Then someone else comes over there. So I'm looking like, okay, there's a problem. Like, I don't know what's going on. There shouldn't be a problem because we entered the country at the same time. So I finally go over there and I'm like, what's going on? What's the deal? Hey guys, I'm about to head to the beach, but I wanted to show you this camera that I have for my car. I've had this for a few months and I really like it because it came with a front camera and it also came with a back camera. So it was a little bit difficult to install, but I was able to install it myself within 30 minutes. But you might have to get someone else to install it, but I want you to check it out. I like it. So guys, I love the camera. It records on the card and you can also transfer it to your phone. You can download it to your phone. Now I'm going to add a link down below in the description. Hey, I'm very happy with it. It's been performing well and it's a must. Very reasonable. And man, I really like it. I've probably had about 3 or 4, but this one I really like. Like I said, you might have to get someone to install it for you, but I like it. I like it. I finally go over there and I'm like, what's going on? What's the deal? And she said, they don't have a record of me entering the country like within the last 30 days. I'm like, no, we both came at the same time. So there's like, no, we don't see it in here. So, you're going to have to pay the exit fee or the overstay fee of 3,500 pesos. And so I'm like, no, no, no. I said, we came only like 27 days ago, 27. Diaz. So 27 days ago, that's when we came. We both came at the same time. And so I get the passport. No, no, they were asking for proof that we got here. I'm like, proof? They said, do you have your boarding pass from when you came here? I'm like, no, we don't have a boarding pass. I don't know if we ever had the physical boarding pass, but I was like, no, we don't have a boarding pass. So I try to look for it in my phone on the airline app, and I pull up like I pull up my e-ticket information. I'm like, look, here's the e-ticket for when we came in, and they were like, no, no, we don't. That's not sufficient for having proof of coming into the country or when you came. I'm like, okay, what about? I looked at the passport, so I opened the passport, and in the passport, it had a stamp in there. It had a stamp of when we came only like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So it was stamped. It was stamped saying that we came here. I'm like, look, here's the stamp from when we came here. And they were like, no, we need more proof. I'm like, what kind of more proof do you need? This is your stamp from your immigration office. It stamped our passport when we entered the country. Like, what more do you need? They said, no, do you have your boarding pass? I'm like, no, we do not have the boarding pass. Like, I've already went through, and don't try to make me pay. Man, I was like, what is going on? You know, I'm really pissed off at this time because it doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense at all. I'm so pissed right now. I'm like, in our flight, like at this particular time, because I knew our flight was starting to board. And I'm like, no, once they board and those doors close, like you are out of luck. So, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, I wish I had more time to argue it. And y'all see this? They're trying to charge us 3,500 pesos, which is $60. And so I didn't have time to do that. But I'm like, you know what? I know it's boarding and we got to get there. I'm not missing this flight. Like, I am not missing this flight. We got things to do back in the States. We got appointments to make. I got people to see and business to handle. So I am not missing this flight. So I give her the debit card. I give her the debit card. Say, hey, pay for it. And I'm going to catch this flight, gonna catch the plane, hold the plane up, do something like jump on the tarmac. Yeah, I got to go hold this plane up. We are not missing this flight. So I give her that and I take off. Boom. And it's about maybe a half a mile away. It's probably the furthest plane in the terminal on that side. It's got two terminals, A and B. Our flight is probably the last one, the furthest one away. So I am booking it through the airport. I got my backpack, it's loaded. I got what I got? No, I got two backpacks. I got my carry-on and my personal backpack, but I'm booking it through there. No problem. I was built for this. I trained for this. So I'm getting it. And I go to gate 32, which is I thought was our gate. So I go to gate 32. Hola, amigo. So I go to gate 32. I'm running, and I get there, and the gate is closed. Right, the gate is closed, and I'm like, oh snap! This cannot be happening. This cannot be happening. So I'm banging on the door and nothing's happening. And I go back to gate 31. I'm like, man, like we still got like 15 minutes. Like my gate, what? Like please call somebody. And she was like, where are you going, sir? I said, Charlotte, Charlotte. And she said, oh, this is the gate. I said, oh, I said, oh, thank God. But so it was gate 31, and they were in the process of boarding at the time. They were in the process of boarding, and they were like down to the last section, like section 9 or 10 or whatever, which it's the last section, and the last people were boarding. And I'm looking around for my wife. I'm like, oh Lord. I said, so let me call her and tell her, hey, I don't care if you have to drop your bags or whatever, but get to this plane right now. So right when I was calling her, I heard something. Now I looked, and she was coming full speed, man. And she made it there. She was huffing and puffing, and man, big old drops of sweat coming out. I've never seen her sweating like this in my life. Like in 20 years, I've never seen her sweating like this. Like big old, like I said in the Bible, it said Jesus was sweating like big old drops of blood. Like she had them big old like cartoon sweat drops coming from her. And I felt sorry for her, but I was very proud of her. I was extremely proud of her, man, because you know, it came down to it, and she performed. She got there, but and we got on the plane and she's soaking and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, change your shirt in the bathroom or something on the plane. But man, it was just unfortunate. Like, we come here all the time. We come to this airport all the time, man. And look here. So I learned a lesson. Look, we had to pay 3,500 pesos, and we were there less than 30 days. So I got the receipt here. And another thing that I don't care. Whenever I come into the country, my flight, I'm going to get my boarding pass. So I have my boarding pass. I saved this one. Got my boarding pass from when I entered the country this last time. So I got my boarding pass and I'm keeping it with my passport. And so, when I go next time, if they say anything about a boarding pass, I'm going to say, you know what, bam, here you go. This is my boarding pass. Look here. It says Toronto, Canada to PUJ. So, but I'm keeping it. So, but it's unfortunate because you have thousands of foreigners, thousands of visitors coming to this airport every single day. And I see it all the time where that thing buzzes red, and it could just be, it needs to be scanned again or something like that. I don't know. Or it could be like a whole systematic thing that's going on there, because 3,500 peso is about 60 US dollars. So that's not a lot, but no one wants to be scammed out of any money. I know I don't. I don't care if it's 1 red cent. I don't want to have to pay anything that I shouldn't have to pay. So it was $60, and we were pressed on time. And they know at that particular junction that a lot of people are pressed on time, or at least want to get to their flight, get to the plane and maybe get something to eat. And then, so now we're being held up for 10, 20 minutes. So it puts pressure on you. So what are you going to do? You're going to fight it, try to get more managers to come and spend an extra hour there and miss your flight? You think they're going to pay for it? Yeah, right. So it's just unfortunate. So I'm keeping my boarding pass, and but that $60, if they're doing this, say 100 times a day, like I said, thousands of people come every single day through uh, that airport. So let's say it's only like 2%, 100 people they do this to. That's $6,000 that shouldn't be paid. That shouldn't be paid. So were we scammed? That's the question. That's the question. We showed them the stamp on the passport. We entered. Look, the stamp says November 12th, 2024 or whatever. Only 27 days ago. So what's the problem? What is the problem? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. So, got to get in this water. But it's an absolutely beautiful day, man. And shout out to the Canadians, man. I have met a lot of Canadians. They come here, man. The Canadians are here. The Canadians are here and via eBay. So shout out to the Canadians, man. Beautiful people, nice people, man. And shout out to all my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. To all the viewers, I appreciate you also. But thank you guys, man. I appreciate all the comments, the words of encouragement, just the recommendations and all these things. So I really do appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And like I said, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. We're just out here enjoying this winter day. And man, got a cloud rolling in now, so it feels amazing. But guys, it's 2025, man. I'm wishing you nothing but joy, peace, love, prosperity, friendship, blessed relationships, all those things. I'm wishing you nothing but the best for 2025. I'm wishing you, travels and excitement, knowledge, growth. Because like I said before, we all are going through things. And so I hope you to be an overcomer. No matter the situation, no matter what you're going through, what it looks like, I'm wishing you nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. But guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, notification bell button, all the good stuff. And please watch out for coconuts. Peace.